Hello everyone, it's Julian Q again, and I am coming at you with episode 2 of Tiger King. I only know, I can't, all I can really say about the show is that, yes, interesting and, blah blah blah, but I can't, I didn't really hear, of the month and a half this has been out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, what's going on with Carol Baskin. I know that, Joe's in jail, and uh, well, honestly, all I have to do is just watch and we'll find out.
They will not send that helicopter till the ambulance gets here.
The arm is completely gone. We do not have time to wait.
Go get your gurney here.
Jeez.
Get everything out of the driveway. Give me a stretcher out of the gun. Fuck the fire. You all right? Stay with me. Stay with me. Ladies and gentlemen, before you hear it on the news, I'm going to tell you myself. About an hour ago, we had an incident where one of the employees stuck their arm through the cage and a tiger tore her arm off. I can give you your money back, or I can give you a rain check. Why don't you come back at another date?
What do you want the employee to do right now?
Do chores.
Chores?
Be safe.
Okay, back to it.
Do not stick your hands in any cages.
All right.
Yeah, buddy. What was I killing me?
I am never going to financially recover from this.
Ow. Okay, he's making it for himself now. And this is Toki. Toki, say hi, everyone. He don't care.
A woman is fighting to keep her arm after it was mauled by a tiger.
The victim was airlifted to OU Medical Center for life-saving surgery.
The story hit the news. It was a tiger mauling in Wynnewood, Oklahoma, a tiger attack, blah, blah, blah.
The fence ripped the skin off the bone.
Joe and John Rinke had already come to the hospital to see me. And I specifically remembered Rinke handing me a pen, and I picked it up and I wrote my name and then I handed it back to him. So my hand was still a functioning hand at the time, just really bandaged up and in a lot of pain. Hey, Saf, it's gonna be, about 2 years of reconstructive surgery. He said, or you can amputate it. And I said, amputate it.
Badass.
My biggest thing, and it was derived from Joseph, he said, our mission is to give these animals a fighting chance. So I knew if I stayed in that hospital, the media wins.
Is this a reflection of what's not getting done right at your zoo? That's the question.
I seen how much they blew it up into this horror story that I felt like the best thing to do was get right back to work.
Hot little tiger here.
To kind of set things right. I was back on the park in 5 days after my amputation.
Wow.
It was a total of 7 days in the hospital. Yeah.
Usually you build up muscles, you build up calves, you build up your heel, your ankle. Well, I couldn't build all that up. So I was literally walking on bone. I bet I walked 20 miles a day at that zoo. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
He's a big bear.
Over time, from walking on them, I just ended up losing my feet. It wasn't the zoo's fault. I mean, it was all my fault. Now I just got these cool looking legs.
It's hard to explain the addiction of exotic animals. I felt it when I got to hold a tiger in my hands, when I got to get in a cage with 6, 8-month-old tigers and
Ooh,
lions.
damn.
There's something very addicting
Oh.
about the feeling of power being around these animals.
So you want to see him walking around? You want to go lay on that couch with him? What do you want? What do you think the shot is? Nothing is cooler, sexier, and more significant to the world we live in today than a tiger. It has this primordial calligraphy that tells a message just in its very image. Everyone loves them. Anyone who says they don't is just insecure and broken.
The minute you meet one of these people that has an exotic cat, first thing they do is they whip out those pictures. Look at me, I'm holding this cub. Look at me, I'm petting this tiger. Look at me, I've got this cat on a leash. It's all about, look at me. They want to use those cats to elevate their status.
They only are an hour old. I breed more tigers than anybody in the country.
Breeding was his whole thing. The whole idea was to keep baby tigers being born. Joe had so many animals that he sold them to a lot of these little animal parks around the country.
Selling the animals, it was the biggest money maker for him. I drove lions, tigers, bears,
Oh my.
ligers, all kinds of different animals.
What, actual ligers?
I can't really tell you all the places I've been.
Is Point Dynamite
I've been
anyone?
in 38 different states.
But if I wanted to just buy a regular baby tiger from a breeder, how much would it cost?
$2,000 bucks. Now keep in mind, it's illegal now.
This is organized crime. Criminal enterprises are operating under the radar illegally because the Endangered Species Act forbids.
You're not gonna be
selling
serious when
a
you
tiger.
have a baby tiger in
Buy,
a
sell, trade,
fucking
or barter.
little pay
anything.
pen.
But there ain't a damn zoo out there that ain't buying cubs when they don't have them. Some of the places that the cubs have actually went to, you got Doc Antle in the Carolinas, you got Brown Zoo, you got Tim Stark.
No Siegfried and Roy.
Thomas Jefferson, any law that brisket in your basket and a couple T-bone steaks, you can go to the cash register and your credit card declines or your check declines. It can't go back. It goes to the trash. Once it leaves that cold shelf, it cannot go back.
Oh man, this stuff's still frozen. Take that home.
The staff was world's worst about going through the Walmart truck. You know, to render it, it needs to go to the cats.
It
But
goes
they would go through it and get them something to eat.
There's nothing wrong with it, man. I like my shit medium rare. Lobster tails and badass cuts of beef and shit.
Joe would let them pick out what they wanted first. They'd carry bags of this expired meat and foods back to their mobile home, and that's what they ate, because that's all they had. There were 4 mobile homes inside the zoo. The washing machine didn't work, the water didn't run in the bathroom, 1 air conditioner for the entire thing. It could be 120 degrees in there at night. That was the nice one.
It's in there. Fucking rat, right? Is there? Oh my God, there he is!
Oh.
If you talk to the people who have escaped some of these situations, what they'll say is that they were treated so abusively.
We didn't really ask because he's like, I know where they go. We didn't see that, and we weren't really part of that.
One of the main things he told Joe Exotic, you can't keep them all. That's a bad business decision because, you know, once a tiger gets out of the stage where you can use them, they're nothing more than a bill then.
There's always been a rumor out there that Doc Antle euthanizes his cubs when he's done with them.
We've had whistleblowers come to us and say that they've heard a gunshot in the middle of the night and the next day there's no cat. But they don't know where the cat went. And I think that these people are smart enough to only use their very closest circle of people that they've got good dirt on that they would use to dispose of a body, because it takes a few people to lift a big cat, unless you part them out right there, I guess.
She thinks she's the Cleopatra of big cats. And to tell you the truth, she's not that good. And anytime anybody attacks her, she goes after them with her millions. She inherited it from her husband that's dead and missing for years now.
Wait. How does someone's husband just go missing? Like they just go missing?
He just vanished.
Carol Baskin's full of shit, in my opinion. She's got a missing husband that's supposedly buried in her property. And that's a real true story. Her husband disappeared.
the lady who runs Big Cat Rescue, who seems, in my opinion, to be completely out of her gourd and seems, in my opinion, to have killed her own husband potentially.
Carol Baskin's third husband. And they can't find his body. Okay, we believe
To
that she
perfect.
It just makes for wonderful sales of newspapers, I'm sure, for them to speculate that I fed him to the tigers, which is crazy.
And Mike says his children from a previous marriage and former secretary have been quoted as saying that they believe Carol fed him to a tiger.
Okay. Okay, that was interesting. It's just that the way that these people run their operations and the way that they treat their workers, it's horrifying yet amazing. The stuff that they are actually allowed and what they want to do. I don't know, but now that Carol may have had something to do with her husband's disappearance, I don't know. This is one of those things that you won't know, or it's knowing is worse than not knowing. I don't know, but damn. Alright, that's gonna do it for today's video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.